Hey guys, happy Chinese New Year. It's a rabbit year here. I'm just grateful to be alive. So I want to use the vibe of Chinese New Year to share something intimate with you. So it's been quite a wild journey since my spiritual awakening all the way back to 2012. That's a long time ago. So almost a decade ago, I lost my hearing abruptly, and that really triggered something in me to reassess the whole entire being of who the heck I am, right? And that was also the reason why I started embarking onto the journey of metamorphosis. And I have to continue to remind myself why I call my service name as Jane Yang Metamorphosis, with my name in front of it, allowing myself to check in and knowing that each phase of who I am, it'll continue to evolve, it'll continue to shift and transition. And I gotta say, it's not comfortable. But also because of the experience that I have, I'm so grateful that I get to really assist, playing as a mentor role in some of my beloved's life and seeing them embracing their own metamorphosis. So I've been spending good solitude time this whole entire month of January, and yeah, just feeling very much in my hermit mode, very much unlike the Martian, let me just do this type of energy. And I gotta say, it sort of draw me back, draw me back into a rabbit hole. Not to talk about rabbit is, the symbol of 2023 for this Chinese New Year. So what happened was I've been soul searching again and facing a brutal reality that I wasn't completely in my alignment, in my integrity. And that's something that's like soul shocking, so shocking, and also SOUL, soul shocking for me to process. So let me just make the story short. What I learned throughout the rabbit hole experience in January this year is that I have been afraid of my own nature. Wow. Just by saying it, it kind of liberates me. So afraid of my own nature that is not socially acceptable, that is such a hard attribute of who I am, hard to be explained. And this part of me is like a little child crying for help, crying for you, for me, to hug her, to really pay attention to her, to love her, while I just kind of like ignoring her and letting her just kind of being left behind in the background and pretend that she's not existing. And anyhow, so long story short, this part of me is the aspect that I'm a psychic intuitive. And it's always been hard. It's always been kind of weird and strange for me to talk about it, especially in my family. And it's so interesting how each of us, our soul, chose to be born in this era, this crazy wild era we're in, right? I chose to be born in a family. It's very much reserved, very much scientific minded based, very much factual based, and not too interested in the spiritual side of the experience. And I felt very much ignored ever since I was little when I was growing up. And so I intuitively kind of sense that if I share this part of me, that, wow, I talk with spirits, I talk to people who are in another realm, no longer in the 3D. It's just gonna scare people. And people are just going to put me in a, I don't know, madhouse, right? So this part of me has never really been honored by myself, because I look at it as, well, people said it's woo-woo, people said it's just too much, it's too out there. And to be honest, what I see that I was so reluctant to fully embrace this part of me is because of my own fear. Again, is the part of me that's acting up about, oh my God, if this part of me is being shown, being known to people, my friends, my family, people that I care of, they're going to reject me. They're going to abandon me. So the abandonment issue, a lot of you are not fitting in. You don't fit into this cultural realm, the family culture itself, the culture at large, the mainstream. And I'm allowing myself to just sit with it throughout this whole entire month, and knowing the truth is that, no, I am safe. I'm here to just serve as who I am, the totality of who I am. If I argue with my own nature, then what I'm serving to other people is half-assed. It is half-assed, half-hearted. And I have to learn that my initial hiding that has taken me decades and decades to let go of, it has its due day. It has its whatchamacallit, I forgot the word. Anyway, I'm blanking out. But so I want to use this energy to welcome anyone who's walking in between worlds. I mean, in between worlds doesn't have to be like from different dimension to another dimension, not that complicated, but I'm just saying, when you're transitioning, say you left your job and not sure what's ahead of you, or you just broke up with your spouse or significant others, and you don't know, if ever going to be trusting love again. All of these transitions, please honor it. It's so-called the cocoon, the dark cocoon that you're in. And I just feel like my message here is continue to use the cocoon time, the dark time, the confusing time, the not so clear time, to be with yourself and allow yourself to give a lot of compassion. So much compassion to the point that if no one understands you, you understand yourself. You are the one going to stand there and support yourself no matter what. Yes, it's a lonely journey. This healing path is damn hard, I have to say it. But when our soul chose to be awakened on this path, I always tell myself, nothing is by accident. And if you are allowing yourself to just take a step back without the need to take any proactive actions, sometimes that ebbing time is the most potent healing time for you, to have an aha and an awakening and say, you know what, all of a sudden the clouds are just drifting away and I'm a whole new person. I see things in a different perspective. I start allowing myself to connect in a different way. So let me see what I also want to say. Oh yeah, so talking about the psychic ability. So I'm clairvoyant. I am clairaudient. What it means is that the ability to see things not through our physical eyes, but the inner eyes, and not through our physical ears, but through our inner ears. And I am claircognizant, which is inner knowing, means that I just intuitively know certain things, but not being able to just give concrete evidence sometimes. And that's why, I drive my folks crazy very often. So when I am allowing myself to share this aspect of who I am with you, number one, I feel I'm being witnessed by whoever's watching, and knowing that if you are going through similar things, there's nothing to be afraid of. Don't be afraid of your nature, even though it might feel like you're coming out. But it's a part of you that needs to be acknowledged by yourself. And we all have spirit guides. I talk with my spirit guides all the time. And that's also one way I get to help people as a bridge to connect with their spirit guides during sessions, to, so it's not just a one-on-one session. Sometimes I just, joke around with my clients that it's many to one, many energy to one to serve just one client. So I'm really, really grateful to be alive, to breathe, and to use this precious moment to connect with you. I don't know what the rabbit year is going to bring us in any certain type of interesting experience again. Hopefully it's not as ferocious as a tiger year, but let's surrender, practice surrendering no matter what. And what else do I want to share here? That's it. So I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a brand new year, 2023, the rabbit, jumping around like an Energizer bunny. But just remember, self-care plus awareness will get us through for the long haul. All right. So I will talk to you guys. Can't wait to connect with you in the upcoming year. Bye.